Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Tuesday, August 29th. It's 12:22 p.m. here in the Arizona desert, looking at BitcoinDailyView.com. As always, got more for you there. Check it out. Cool affiliate links and things that I use and endorse, indicators that I mentioned here in the video. It's all there. Looking at FinViz today, good day in the market in general. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500, and Russell 2000 all in the green. Russell 2000 up 1.29%. I like seeing that. S&P 500 1.4%, dig it, NASDAQ 1.8%, yeah, Dow 0.73%. Wonderful day in the big markets. Looking at the S&P 500 a little bit more specifically, the tech sector is crushing it. Communication services, definitely consumer cyclical. Anyway, in general, a good day in the market for the S&P 500. And that's, well, good day for the S&P 500 in general. Is a good day for Bitcoin. So that's why I mentioned it. Looking at volume today, it's insane. It was, I think, under $1 billion over the weekend. Today, last 24 hours, 6.4 billion. That's insane. As we all know, news from the SEC, well, news about a lawsuit being won against the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission. I wanted to go into it. If you care, you already know about it. And if all you care about is that Bitcoin's in Lambo mode, well, we'll just get right to it. Let's check it out. So you can see that shorts got utterly wrecked, but you know what? There weren't that many shorts when this thing pumped. And there hasn't been many longs and shorts with leverage for a couple days, mainly because it's just too darn unpredictable. But if you were long and you had leverage, you made some money. Anyway, the few short hands, the couple of shorters that were there a few hours ago are now probably, I don't know, a long ways. they're not happy. They're dealing with it however they can. Anyway, Binance, where the big money is, but the big volume is 53% long, 46% short. So 53% long, 46% short. We pumped pretty hard, but it looks like maybe it's retrace time, so it makes sense that this split of longs versus shorts. All right, as you can see in the 7-day graph here, the last few hours, all the big exchanges have been insane. Most of the top 20 exchanges are all in the green. I have no idea what happened to L Bank here. It just shit went wrong. So anyway, whatever, that didn't work. But in general, the big crypto exchanges are looking wonderful. Looking at Bitcoin 27,958, that's not bad at all. So it wasn't long ago when it was 26,164. Now it's 26,958, almost, like 1,000 plus in a matter of moments. Bitcoin took off like a race car. So top 100 in general are really great. Some are really great more than others, but in general, a lot of great stuff going on. You just cannot complain about the top 100 today. If you're in the top 100 and you're not pumping, it's because your project probably sucks. Anyway, with that said, looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, this is a big deal. One of the things that I got to note here, what happened? Okay, we can say, oh yeah, it's on news and all, but just think about how cycles happen and reality happens. And what happened here? The power of the BART pattern. You cannot deny it in crypto. It is so massive all the time. So there we go. The BART pattern did complete, and there you go. I mean, that's what happens. That's what it does. So but check this out. On the 4-hour chart, we just wicked to the 200 moving average. That's a really powerful thing. So we pumped, we gave a little bit back, we lost some of the volume. You can see the squeeze indicator was rolling over, but it just picked up. And directional index is slowly rolling up. It's in the green. I like that. ADX is a strong upwards tangent. And of course, volume just went nuts. So I think that right now, is this pump done? Here's the thing. We wicked the 200 moving average from the 4-hour chart. Now, if you can get back above that 4-hour chart, 200 moving average, that is going to be a remarkably strong sign, if you ask me. So it's all about where, are we done pumping or are we not? Let's go to 45-minute chart. We went up, we went sideways. We've not really rolled over yet. We're going sideways. I think we have a lot of good indicators. I think this is a very strong break. This is nice. Are we going to BART pattern, back? That's an interesting one. Let's look at a 1-second chart and just see what's going on here. Oh, darn it. I can't do 1 second, can I? I think I can. Oh, only 1 minute. Can I do 15 seconds? Ah, darn it. Okay. I'm not paying for the I thought I was paying for that one. Anyway, whatever. Looking at a 1 minute chart. Let's see what's going on here. 1 minute chart. We broke open today. We broke up, hit a plateau, went up, hit a plateau. So we're kind of stepping. You can see that nice stepping pattern. That's something Bitcoin likes to do. And right now we are 200 moving average is moving up there on the 1 minute chart, and now we're challenging it. We're challenging it right here, actually. So this is kind of interesting. I'm rather curious about how that's going to roll out. This is really, I know, an incredibly short time frame. But I'm just thinking, if you're looking like, do I want a long or short right now? What do I want to do? Definitely what I'm going to watch for here on the 1 minute chart is I'm going to watch for a bounce off this 200. That to me would definitely be a positive sign. Let's look at a 5 minute chart. The 5 minute chart, well, I think that's actually way above already. Yeah, that's up, going sideways, looking good. You could also watch the 5 minute chart to see if our squeeze indicator begins going. Right now it's in a squeeze, beginning to roll towards the red. We'll see if it starts to pick up again. You can look at the directional index here, and you can definitely see where it is. I just want an arrow. Trend line's good enough. You can see where the directional index is just trending down, and also even really here. I know we're looking at a very short time frame, but so the volume's trending down, squeeze is trending down. Let's watch for a turn up here, because just be careful, because what you could get here is definitely traditional. You had to step up. Oh, actually, could we actually kind of come down and create a bit of a upwards head and shoulders on that 5 minute chart? So it pumped this morning. If you were in, then you were in, or if you got in while it was pumping, you're in a good spot. Right now, we're kind of sideways. We got to sort of just see what happens here. Let's look at a daily chart. What I like about this big time is I've been watching this upwards channel for quite a while. Sorry, preload channel. If you watch that, boom. I think this is an upwards channel on the daily. I like what I'm seeing. And we're back above the 200 moving average on the daily chart. That is just completely remarkable. That's totally badass. That's a strong place to be. Now we're going to challenge at 314, which is right at the bottom of this channel. Can we get back in this daily upwards channel, in that channel and above the 200 and 314? If we can, that is going to be wonderful. It's a gamble right now. Watch out for resistance at 28,425. That's the 314 moving average. But got a little ways before we get there. Let's see. Do I have my MACD on here? No, I don't. Let's fire that up. I gotta save that. MACD. Boom. So the I dig what I'm seeing here for the MACD. The MACD at the histograms is in the right spot now. So the MACD is above the signal. The blue is above the red. Tangents upwards. It's down here where it has so much room where it can just pump and pump and pump before it turns around. I really like what I'm seeing there. So here's the thing. What's going to happen? It's really hard to tell. One thing I do sort of like is that I was looking at this head and shoulders possibly that was forming. And even though this is a bit abrupt, and you are looking at like a kind of a BART pattern right here, it does look like maybe you could say that we have, broken towards the upside. That's not too bad. And also I like this right here. As you can see on the daily, what happened? Of course, you can say it with me, BART pattern. Yep, there you go. And if we can break above that 200, which we have, if we can hold that in the 314, I like this daily chart. I mean, there's no reason that could not continue going. Of course, the SEC will probably cry like little babies that they are, and just whatever. So watch out, because we could get bad news as quickly as we got good news. So anyway, let's just see what happens. This BART pattern is, I think we might make it back above this 314. So it's all about just you hanging in there. Like I say, if you were in there this morning, then you're in. And, the 4-hour chart, I like what I'm seeing there. 4-hour MACD is looking good. 4-hour, you can really see where we are just, wicking right up to that 200 moving average. We actually wicked above it. I'm sorry, the body is above it. We're wicking to that. Sorry guys, I'm screwing up here. This is I'm a little bit backwards. Sorry. 140. So the 200 is the red, is the white. The 140 is the green. So we got above the 140, which is very positive. I think people are playing that moving average these days. And of course, 200, we just wick to it. I mean, I'm watching this 4-hour chart, and something I might do is I'm going to put an alert in right now. I don't want that. I want to do an alert. Here we go. And I want to say, as you can see, I like making alerts. So I'm going to say BTC USDT crossing simple moving average 200, only once per bar. We'll just say, yeah, per bar. And I'll just leave that, daily 200 might get wicked, and I might see that, but I'm going to watch definitely the 4-hour chart. I think this is a big deal. So anyways, of course, yeah, it's going to do that because it's anyway, sorry guys. I got to move faster. Anyway, let's watch for that. If we can get above that 4-hour 200 moving average and find support above it, I think that's going to be really, really powerful. So what's Bitcoin going to do? I don't know, but definitely on the 4-hour chart, you can see a completion of a bar. You can see on the daily chart's really strong. I like what I'm seeing there big time. I think that's wonderful. You can see this beautiful pattern. We're breaking back above the 200 and the 314, or actually I should say the 200 and the 140. Let's actually look at the 314. Where's the 314 here in the daily? That's a big deal. Oh, okay. That changes everything. All right, so look at this. This is nice. So Bitcoin was below the 200, but above the 314, okay? And it just pumped. So the 314 is way down there. The 200 is above the 314. That's very, very powerful. And we just Bart pattern right back above the 200 in the daily. And that MACD daily looks great. Let's go to 4 hours here. Yeah, 4 hour, 314's above. That's fine. Hang in there, guys. This is a bit of a, when you run like this, you got to just see what happens. There's no way to really predict, but I'm going to be watching for support above this 4-hour 200 moving average. I already like the daily chart. If I look at the 45-minute chart, it looks like we're probably going to cool off a little bit before we continue. So I might catch that retrace actually. Looking at an hourly chart, beautiful hourly chart, moving up. I think we're probably going to see a bit of a retrace here, or we might pump and step up again, but I don't know. This is $1,000 really quick, so I'm just going to kind of almost watch like my hourly or the 45, or you can look at the 4 hour, whatever you're working with. But I really think if I watch right here, that first candle that started pumping to that wick, I think we might be watching for like there's some stickiness here to the 384, but that's not a great place to get in if this thing starts retracing. I'd rather come down to the .5 and retrace, or like come down to the 618 and retrace. So just I think it's probably retrace time for Bitcoin. Anyway, looking at XRP, I like what I see here. XRP wanted to run earlier. I've been looking at it. If we look at XRP, you can definitely see where squeeze is kind of going in the right direction. Directional X is going in the right direction. Volume's coming in. It's a 4-hour chart. It got back in the it's still well below the 200 moving average, but still it's a great looking 4-hour chart. This thing I think is back in action. It's back in its upwards channel. I might even hook up a little bit of XRP today because I think I like what I am seeing. Yeah, it bounced. It's back in its channel. It bounced off the top of the RSI cave. And actually, that's the ATR zone. So it bounced at a very logical spot there. Is it going to retrace here on the 45-minute chart? Yeah, let's just see what happens. This guy here is sideways. Everything is sideways. XRP will probably do what Bitcoin does. But if you are in XRP and you're long, or you want to get in, a little bit risky as always. This is a very volatile market with this sudden pump. But I like what I'm seeing with XRP. I think it'll probably keep that upwards channel. Looking at RUNE versus USDT, 4-hour chart. It was cooling off. It had some indicators looking like it was going to make a run. I noticed that this week, or I should say over the weekend, squeeze indicators turning positive. Directional index is looking good. ADX is looking good. Volume is looking good. This thing is definitely turning up 4-hour chart above the 200 moving average. I like what I'm seeing. I think RUNE will probably keep going. Looking at a 45-minute chart, I'm not even sure if this guy's going to roll over right here. What I will say is that you've got this. This is something I like that I'm seeing here is we broke above the 200 moving average and the 314 here. Now we're starting to see some action. I really think that worst case, this is just my opinion, is we'll retest that 314 and then keep going maybe. Anyway, a lot of strong indicators, a lot of strong stuff. I think XRP and RUNE will probably do pretty darn good if Bitcoin doesn't retrace hard. So anyways, with that said, That's what I see. Sorry if I'm not exactly a little bit more definitive right now, but when you have a pump like this, how do you really TA that? Other than I can say on the daily, I love what I'm seeing in that this is the 140, the green one right now. But it's above the 200. It's a beautiful Bart Simpson completion almost. It's above the 200 moving average. If at the end of the day, this Bitcoin kind of just retests or continues moving, it's already the 314 is actually down here. This is the 140. But even getting above the 140, simple moving average, actually that would be another wonderful thing to see happen. So definitely watch. We're above the 200. If we can actually keep support above the 200 and not get stuck bouncing between the 200 and the 140, but kind of make it up, test and bounce, that's really powerful. So I think that we're in a good place. It's hard to trade this right now because this is just such volatility. How do you really, trade it? We'll have to kind of see how this guy, comes to rest and continues moving. At least that's what I need to do. But with that said, we got a volume exploding. We got a good day in the market. I mean, one thing we could look at real quick before we get out of here is let's look at some other stuff real quick. I'm gonna fire up my my DXY here, dollar strength index. How's this looking on the daily? I should do a daily chart here. Yeah, daily chart. Okay, but there you go. There you go right there. That is absolutely gorgeous. So DXY, you can see here in next some of these little silly things I did. DXY, I mean, look at that. That is just a glorious thing to see. DXY dumped, had a beautiful, powerful upwards channel, and it just dumped. Don't know why. I doubt it's strictly just the SEC ruling, but I mean, anyway, that definitely, whatever happened, I don't know. If you know, comment why the DXY dumped so hard today. Other than it's glorious and beautiful, I'm kind of looking for answers. S&P 500, massive pump. Gold, yep, strong break off that 200 moving average. It's moving up. Silver, damn it, why didn't I buy it earlier? Looking friggin' powerful. So anyway, I think that maybe the Eye of Sauron has burned out and some goodness is entering the world. I think I can feel those demons running. And everybody, take care. We'll be back soon. I think we might be in a zone where we can definitely get in some alt trades that are absolutely powerful. Everything's very high risk right now because Bitcoin's going to either continue going in Lambo mode, which is kind of hard to predict if it will, but it very well may. Let it shake out. If you're not in, be cautious. I don't know how you play this. If you were in it and you made profit, great. Maybe you're waiting to short. I'm not sure if I would really have confidence to say that it's short time right now. I certainly would not because we just don't know. This is too pumped. Things are too crazy. And a lot of the indicators look really, really good. So we might simply see Bitcoin be at like 2,900 tomorrow, I'm sorry, 29,000 tomorrow. Who knows? So anyway, trade at your own risk. If you are getting in, getting out, it just, what would be great. What would you do? This really helps. Like, subscribe, of course, and just put in the comment long or short what your sentiment is for Bitcoin right now. If you had to long, you had to short, someone gave you $1,000 and all you could do with it, it's like a Bitcoin gift certificate. You're on Bybit and like you can only long or you can only short. That's all you can do with it, Bitcoin, and you got to do it right now. What would you do, long or short? Put it in the comments and take care.